let's talk about multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers. There are two different ways to think about it. My students like to use a tic-tac-toe board where the positives win diagonally. And you can follow the tic-tac-toe board any way you would follow the tic-tac-toe board. So if I followed a negative times a negative, the answer would be a positive. If I follow it this way, a positive times a positive, the answer would be a positive. If I follow it this way, a negative times a positive, the answer would be a negative. If I follow it this way, a negative times a positive, the answer would be a positive. And I can just follow that. So in this case, I have a positive 3 times a negative 2. I have a positive times a negative. My answer is going to be negative. It's going to be negative 6. The next one, I have a positive 3 times a positive 2, so I'm going to follow this. Positive times a positive is going to give me a positive answer. My answer is going to be positive 6. Next, I have a negative times a negative. So I'm going to look right here. Oops, I'm sorry. I have a negative times a negative. And a negative times a negative is going to give me a positive answer. So this is going to be positive 6. The next one is negative 3 times positive 2. So I have a negative times a positive. That's right here. A negative times a positive. And the answer is going to be negative. When I'm looking at these, another way to view this is if the signs are different, the answer is negative. So in this case, the signs are different, the answer is negative. The signs are different, the answer is negative. If the signs are the same, it's going to be a positive answer. So in this case, signs are the same, it's going to be a positive answer. In this case, the signs are the same, it's going to be a positive answer. I just want to show you one more example on the bottom because I'm multiplying 3 numbers. And just so you remember that multiplication and division rules are exactly the same. So you can do all the same things for division. You're following exactly the same rules. Right here, when I have a positive 3 times a negative 2, I'm just going to write it on top so you can see. A positive 3 times a negative 2, that will be a negative answer. It will be negative 6. And then when you multiply that times negative 1, now you have to look, we have a negative times a negative. They're the same signs, so the answer is going to be positive. So the answer to this problem would be a positive 6.